Say hey when you come in. But I'll go ahead and jump right into the live. Keep it short and sweet. But I wanted to talk about using what you have. And the reason why I wanted to hit on this today is because y'all, sometimes we as women, you know, in the midst of us trying to take care of everybody and take care of everything, we may put off the things that are important to us, the things that bring us joy, the things that fulfill us. And one thing that I did notice, some women, instead of, when they get time to, or when they make time to start doing what it is that they want to do, they may hesitate or they may not get started because they don't think they have everything they need to start. But that's why I want to tell you that right there, that's almost like that's almost like self-sabotage in a sense. And hear me out when I say this, because when you want to do something, let me tell you something, where there's a will, when you have the will to do something, baby, there will be a way. You better understand, if you have the will to do something, that will, it will create a way. Okay. And so whatever it is that you want to do, a lot of times we have these big visions, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to, but you have to understand, when you see your vision, or when that vision comes to mind, in that moment, you may not have everything accessible to you right in that moment, because see, you're looking at the whole big picture. But what you got to understand is, when you're starting something, you have everything you need to start, even when it doesn't look like it. And so you're looking at this whole big picture of your vision, instead of realizing, okay, I do see the big picture, but it's like putting together a puzzle. When you look at a puzzle, right? When you look at the puzzle on the box, you see the whole picture of what that puzzle is. But then when you get the puzzle, it's in pieces, right? And so what you have to do, you have to take those pieces, you take it piece by piece, and you start to fit them together. And so that's how it is with life. So the thing that you want to do is not that you don't have what you need. You have what you need for right now. And as you start, then guess what? The next thing that you need, it'll find its way to you, because you have everything that you need to start. But when you're thinking about, your whole vision, you're looking at, oh, well, I need this, I need this, I need to have this, I need to have this. And in doing that, it will keep you from ever starting, because you'll always be saying, well, when I get this, I'm going to start. When I get that, I'm going to start. That's a form of self-sabotage. And so understand, again, you already have everything you need. You have everything you need to start. You just got to start. Just like when you start walking, you may not see the full path of where you're walking. And that's where you have to have faith. That's where you have to trust yourself too. When you start walking, that path starts to light up. And even though you might not be able to see the full path, you understand, I just got to keep putting one foot in front of the next. I got to keep putting one foot in front of the next. And so again, your whole vision, that's great. Have that big vision. But understand, you have what you need right now to start. And as you keep going, the other tools and everything that you need, you better understand what I'm saying. It'll make its way to you. But those tools that you thinking that you need right now, that you would need, those future tools that you're thinking that you need now, you don't even need those right now, because you got to use the tools that you have right now. Why would someone give you more tools to use if you haven't used what you already have? So you got to use what you already have. It's just like, y'all ever heard it? Like when you want some more food, and, if you were a kid and your mom made something, and, it was that one little side dish that was your favorite, but, you had the vegetables, you had the other stuff on the plate, and you wanted some more of that favorite side dish. You kind of like, give me some more of that. And it's like, no, go ahead and eat what you have on your plate first before you're trying to get more. So use what you already have before you start trying to think about, I need this, I'm going to need this, I'm probably going to need this too. Baby, use what you have, because you have what you need to start. But sometimes we lose focus of that, because again, you have your mind set on this whole big vision. And the vision will come to pass, but it won't ever come to pass if you don't ever start. And so that's how you get to making that vision come into fruition, by starting. So when I say use what you have, this is what I want you to do. Because we got to learn how to look at ourselves as the valuable assets that we are. We got to start to look at these gifts that we have. We have to start to take inventory of the skills that you have, because that's a big one. Y'all, sometimes we as women will sleep on skills that we have developed, that we've learned. And we won't even think anything about it. And you won't think anything about it because it's something that you just do easily. So again, this is what I want you to do. Whatever it is that you want to do, it's possible. First of all, you got to know that. You have got to understand it is possible, even if you've never seen it done. Just because you haven't seen it done yet doesn't mean that it's not possible. It just probably means that it's been waiting for you to do it. I'm going to say that again. Even if it's something that you want to do that you have not seen it done yet, that doesn't mean that it's not possible. It's just been waiting on you to do it. So when I say use what you have, today write down all of your gifts. Write down all your gifts. Then you're going to go a step further and you're going to write down your skill set. What do you know how to do? What have you learned how to do that's a skill? Then I want you to write down what you're good at. That really should go up under gift. Write down what you're good at. What am I good at? What do I like to do? What am I passionate about? Write this down. And then look at how you can start to use that. Because what you're doing is you're taking this piece of paper and you're writing down these gifts. You're writing down these skills. And as you start to write it down and you start to see it, and then you start to think about, oh, this is what I love to do. This is what I'm really passionate about. Then I want you to go a step further. Write down what people come to you for. What do a lot of people come to you for? Are you a great cook? People like to call on you to cook. Hey, girl, can you make this dish? Hey, we're going here, make this dish for me. Or, if people call you to help you sort out their problems. Or if people call you to get resources. Or if people like to call you to watch their kids. You got to start to look at that, because sometimes you'll overlook things that are valuable about you because you do it with such ease. But those are the things that you really need to pay attention to. So again, write down your gifts. Write down your skill sets. I'm going to tell you, matter of fact, I'll give you an example. I got to get ready to get back and get into the school. I have a teaching background. I'm a former high school teacher, but I come to the school a few days out the week sometimes to come and sub. Okay. But I can sing. I'm a singer, songwriter. I have my own podcast. And so what I did, I took my gift, I took my skill set, and I was like, what can I do with this? I do love to teach, but I also love music, and I can't have one without the other. I'm not letting my music go, but I've also gone to school to get 4 degrees in teaching. I don't want that to go to waste. And so as I was as I started my own self-love journey, it's like, okay, other women, as I'm talking to other women, I'm starting to see, oh, wow, there's a big need for women to learn how to love themselves, how to build that confidence, and literally how to just be their own version of limitless. I start seeing this, y'all, just from me being on my own journey and me having to work on myself. I wanted to love myself, but I didn't know how. And so I'm like, okay, I thought it was just me. I thought it was just me going through it. Like, did y'all teach a self-love class? And I must have missed that bad boy or something. And so what I learned was, as I'm on my own journey talking to other women, it's like, no, sis, like, I'm going through the same thing. Like, I want to be proud of myself. I want to be confident. Like, I really want to just live my life. I don't want to feel like, I don't want to be feeling stuck. I don't want to be feeling, depressed. I don't want to just feel like I'm living somebody else's life. Like, I want to be proud of myself. I want to be proud of the life that I'm living. So as I'm talking to these women, I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm starting to see a pattern. There's a need for this. And I told you I'm a former high school teacher, and I substitute at the high school for now because I didn't want to teach full time. And so I'm talking to some of the young ladies, and guess what? I'm seeing a need for it. So what I decided, okay, well, you know what? I can sing. I know how to write my own songs. I do have a teaching background. Okay, you know what? There's a need for teaching women how to love themselves. There's a need, teaching them the tools, how to build that confidence. I've gone through that. I've been working on that. So I know what works. I know what don't work. I know what it feels like when you going through that. And so I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? As I'm sitting there writing down everything, I decided, you know what? I can teach these women. I got a whole teaching background. I can teach them because I've gone through it myself. I can teach them. Then on top of that, guess what? Honey, I can make some empowerment songs. I'm writing my own songs. Then guess what? It's different ways to teach. I'm teaching through my music. I teach through my book that I wrote. I teach through my podcast. You get what I'm saying? I teach through coaching women. So now I coach women. I coach other women. I mentor. So that's what I'm telling you. Don't sleep on what you already have. You just got to learn how to you have got to learn how to look at it in a different sense, because you are a valuable asset. Please understand. You have gifts and you have certain skill sets. And sometimes they'll go unnoticed because you sit there like, well, ain't nobody looking for that skill, or I don't really do nothing with it. Start finding a way to do something with it. Start finding a way. How can I bring my gifts and my skill set together? Because it's a lot of us women out there who are educated, who are talented beyond all get out, but nobody knows, because you're thinking, oh, well, let me check my time. You're thinking, oh, I need to have this and this and this and this. Let me tell you something. This right here, me getting on live, I got a whole iPhone. All this is taking from me is for me to get on here, press a button, and it's taking some of my time. But I'm sitting here. This is a form of me teaching you right now. This is a form of encouragement right now. You get what I'm saying? This right here, me getting on social media, this is a tool that's free. It do take some of your time now, so let me not say it's free, but it takes some of your time. But I can connect with women all over the world just simply by me tapping this button, getting on my phone. And so that's why I tell you, look at your gifts, look at your skill set. Because now when you start to look at that, you can start to reach women all over the world. Nobody knows what you have if you don't put yourself out there and let them know. How are the people who need what you have, how are they going to find you if you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not letting them know? It's just like this. If you're coming to if there's a store and the owner's never there, or the people that work there is never there, nobody's gonna come to that store, because it's like, I came, they always closed. Or if you keep moving the store, nobody's gonna know where to come. And it's not that what you have isn't valuable, it's just your tribe hasn't found you. So how are they gonna find you? Start looking at your gift and your skill set and figure out how to put that together and make that work for you, because it's possible. We listen, in today's day and age, this really should show you anything is possible, and things don't have to look the traditional way. Sometimes we've gotten caught up on, oh, well, it has to look like this in order for it to work. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't have to be the traditional way. Hold tight, y'all. I'm just scrolling the comment section because I like to make sure I'm not overlooking any comments. I think we're good. Y'all. Okay. But yeah, so I want you to take today to think about that. Write down, what are my gifts? What are my skill sets? And then too, with what you say you want to do, see if you need to learn a skill set for that. See if you need to learn a skill set for that, because if you do, it's possible to learn it. But first off, evaluate what you already have. Evaluate your gifts. Evaluate your current skill sets. See what you're working with, and then start to use it, because you can use it now. You can use it now. You are a valuable asset, but see, you got to know that. And it's people out there that need what you have, but see, they won't know. They won't know how to contact you. They won't know how to get in touch with you. If you're not using what you have, these people can't find you. And you thinking that what you have isn't valuable. No, it's just people don't know about you. People don't know about you. They don't know where to find you. So evaluate what you have and start using it. You can get on TikTok, start making you some videos. If you are a chef, baby, get on TikTok and start showing us what you cooking. If you're a singer, honey, I'm talking to myself. Get on TikTok, start singing, let people know. If you want to be an actor, get on TikTok, start making you some skits. YouTube. So whatever you can get on here now, start doing it. I told you, all it is taking a little bit of your time, a little bit of time and effort. That's it. So on that note, y'all, let me go ahead and wrap it on up because I got to get ready to get back in here inside the school. But I just wanted to come through and share that with y'all. But make sure you do that today. Take a few minutes to write down your gifts, write down your skill sets, and see how to make that come together, how to make that work for you. Because I'm telling you, it's people out there who really need what you have. They just don't know about you yet. You just got to start showing up to where they can find you and where they know about you. And they get to know you. When that starts to happen, baby, you're going to have a whole loyal tribe. You better understand what I'm saying. You're going to have supporters. They just need to know where you at. But they can't know where you at if you don't even realize what you have to offer. So on that note, let me go and wrap this on up. If nobody told you today, don't even worry about it because I got you. You are loved, you are worthy, and you better know you limitless. And as you're going throughout your day today, do that little activity. It literally takes you no more than 5 to 10 minutes to write down what your gifts are, your skill set. Now, it's going to make you think a little bit. When I tell you to do something, understand it's always to make you think. Sometimes we don't like to do that. We don't like to think. We want somebody to tell us what to do. But see, when somebody's telling you what to do, you're not being you. But when you start thinking and you got to get creative with stuff, honey, that's when you start being yourself. So what I'm telling you is going to make you think a little bit. So if you scared of that, honey, this is the activity that you might not want to do, but it will make you think a little bit. But it's good. And so make sure you are flooding yourself with things that empower you. Flood yourself with things that make you think. Flood yourself with encouragement. And that means this live right here, that's what you're doing. When you listening to music, make sure it's music that's flooding you with positivity, that's flooding you with empowerment, that's telling you, hey, if you want to do this, yes, you can. That's telling you, hey, sis, you are valuable. That's telling you, hey, people need what you got. Yeah. So on that note, I will catch y'all later. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this live. I appreciate you. If you know of a person that could benefit from this live, honey, tag them in it. Send it to them. Now, I would tell you how to send it to them, but I hadn't figured that part out just yet. But if you know of someone, send it to them. But in the between time, go and do that little activity. But I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in because I know there's so many other lives that y'all could have gone on. So the fact that you guys came in and tuned into this one, that speaks volumes, and I appreciate you. So thank you so much. And as you go about your day,